of y'all might ask, why the green background? You feel me? And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's go time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, B Flo is officially the Vikings' new defensive coordinator. Watched his presser. Now, I had to watch it twice because I'm going to tell you, the first time I watched it, I was like, yo, this dude has low energy, right? Like, is he excited? Because me and you, we excited. Like, we're excited when we saw the news. And I was like, yo, he just seems like his energy isn't there. Just answering the questions kind of just, you know, low energy, just this, that, and the third. And I'm like, yo, what's going on, B Flo? Like, you ain't hyped to be here? You feel me? Then I watched it twice and I just had to realize he just a smooth cat like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm okay with that, man, because he is a genius football mind from what I was hearing. There's a lot of good things that we heard in this press conference, okay? First of all, we got to give a shout out to his sons for getting him this job because they are, and I definitely believe that they are the sole reason why Brian Flores picked the Minnesota Vikings. Nah, I'm just kidding. But they are one of the main reasons, right? Because as a parent, when you have kids, man, they influence you. You feel me? They make decisions for you sometimes in life. It just is what it is. You know, I know. I'm a walking testament, man. I have 3 of them, right? But the thing is this, man. Aggressive by nature, Brian Flores said, right? And that's what we want to hear. Now, I remember when Ed Donatel was doing his press conference, we were all excited just like this. But this one feels a little bit different only because Brian Flores definitely seems more of a player type coach, man. He just seems like the guys are going to listen to him and he will control a room. You know what I'm saying? Now, we also have to give a shout out to Kevin O'Connell because he held it down during that presser too, answering some questions like him, learning new things from last season that he can develop off of and learn and pass on to the players and be a better teacher this year. We have to give him a round of applause for that. You know what I'm saying? Kwesi for building this championship. You know, just what they want to bring in this building, man, like they were saying it all along. And it seems like it's all coming to fruition. We're getting big names now. Like Brian Flores is considered a big name defensive coordinator, man. He could have took the head coaching job in Arizona. They asked him a question about it, and he said it just felt right to be in Minnesota. It was a gut feeling, man. Something just felt right. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of that plays, you know, with the GM and the other coaches surrounding that when they got together and had the interview and just all were talking, they just collaborated, man. There's that word again. Collaboration. It played a big part in Brian Flores becoming the defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm telling you. But, you know, we're going to still run the 3-4, so we'll still see Daniil Hunter, if we keep him, which I think we will, playing linebacker. He thinks that we have the guys on this team right now. Now, we know as a new coach, regardless, you're going to say what's supposed to be said for the most part. Okay, he can't sit there and say, well, we definitely got to clean some things up. And he don't want to do that right away. Okay, but we know as the NFL being a business that they are going to dig deep now and really take a look at the landscape and see what they have and watch film from last year and just kind of see like, okay, we can do without this guy. We need to keep this guy, keep this veteran. And we're going to see it's going to start coming out, man. Like this, to me, I know some people hate the offseason because you just rather watch football, but this is what builds the championship team. All of these months we're going to have, this 6 months we're going to have with no football, everything that's happening behind closed doors, this is what's going to build us to get us to that Super Bowl. And I think Brian Flores now, just the type of guy he is watching his presser, he's going to have a big influence in that building, man. He's going to be able to handpick certain things. Just think about it. We got 2 head coaches. We have 2 head coaches that are going to be working together, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's lit, bruh. That's lit, man. Shout out to Justin Jefferson having that star power to let, you know, because my kids, they like Justin Jefferson too. The gritty obviously is super, super popular. You know what I'm saying? Although I think he should retire it after this year, but still, like that played a big influence, man. Like having that star power. That's why star players are important because they can bring not only certain players to your franchise, but they can bring coaches that want to be in a building with you, man, and just be around, bring their family to that city. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Minnesota Vikings. I feel like this move is definitely the right one. You know what I mean? Now, we might only have him for a year because I think he is a good enough defensive coordinator to where he is going to get offered a head coaching job after next season. I can almost guarantee that, man. But you wonder why? Because it's not going to take much to make the Vikings defense better than what it was last season under Ed Donatel. So he's going to be the hero, man. He's going to be the hero by default. And if he isn't, then that means something went absolutely wrong. And I don't think that's going to happen, man, because Brian Flores just seems like a guy where he said this, there's a meaning behind the madness, man. You can't just blitz and do things random. And I feel like last year under Ed Donatell, there were just certain times in the game where we blitzed, but there was no reason to blitz. It was just, let's just blitz this play since we haven't blitzed all game. You know what I mean? No, you have to go out there with meaning, man. You have to go out there, and I think Brian Flores pays attention to detail. This is just all our opinions and what we feel. And we have some evidence that we've seen him, because every defense he's played for under the Belichick defense that won Super Bowls, Miami, he brought that defense up. He was coaching with Pittsburgh last year. Their defense went from, I think like 26 to 16. So every defense he's had his hands in, they've always elevated, and that's all we can ask for. And let's hope that happens with the Minnesota Vikings, because Lord knows we need our defense to do better. We need our defense to do better, man. That's one part of the Vikings that needs help, and it needs help now. And I think Brian Flores is here to save it, man. So all in all, man, the presser was amazing. I feel good about Brian Flores. Y'all let me know how y'all feel down in the comment section. I think it's the right choice, man. I think it's the right choice. Now, we did feel this way with Ed Donatell, but I wasn't too hype on Ed Donatell. I got to go back and watch my video. But, he said a lot of the right things. Most coaches win the presser, especially the introductory presser, man. They win it. You feel me? They're going to say the right things. But I think Brian Flores is just a little different, man. He hits a little different. What I do want him to do, though, is pick up your energy a little bit during the presser, man. See him excited you want to be here, man. Come on, man. Just be excited you want to be here, man, because RAP happy. The whole Purple gang, man, we lit that you here, man. Show us that you want to be here, man, because, you seemed a little depressed at the press conference. That's all I'm going to say, especially the first time I watched it. The second time I watched it, I ignored it and just thought about what you were saying and took a heed, man. But let's get it, man. Vikings, we going to the bowl, man. It's happening. Our window is creaking open. I'm telling you right now. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Holla at your boy.
Yeah, smooth summer, who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gon' do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.